So I just got finished watching the Super Bowl. Let me just say first and foremost, congratulations to the GOAT, Tom Brady, for winning enough rings to give to my family and still have 4 more. So good job to the GOAT. I would also like to thank The Weeknd for looking like he just shit his pants like a 50 megaton nuke, because now I have memes from my friend when they send me private accounts. And finally, I would like to thank Patrick Mahomes for playing like I do when I first played Dark Souls. It's scared out of my mind. However, on the topic of The Weeknd, someone in my family doesn't take too kind to this new type of music. They prefer good old rock bands, which I don't blame them at all. Those are awesome. But it got me thinking, what is considered good music? In my opinion, all forms of music are up to interpretation. You can like and hate music depending on your type. You can enjoy typical British old people or the child. Whichever form of music you like, of course, is your opinion and you are 100% entitled to it. But for me, there's only one form of music that literally makes me feel something special. Makes me feel like I'm floating, but my fat ass is right here on the ground. It makes everything feel good. And that, my friends, is Vaporwave. Now I know what you're thinking, but Allivoria, how could you say that only Vaporwave makes you feel something? Rap makes you feel like I'm alive too. Well, to that I say, have you ever listened to Vaporwave? Yeah, some rap songs have the quote-unquote vibe, as the kids say, of relaxation, like The Way Life Goes by Lil Uzi. That's a good song. But the thing is, the way these songs compare with Vaporwave in terms of feeling are non-comparable. Now, for a little extra detail, I'm not just talking about Vaporwave, I'm also talking about things like Retrowave and Fartwave and whatever the and whatever else this stuff is labeled. I just call it Vaporwave. By the way, I'm not on other music types, I'm just more or less trying to put Vaporwave more on the map. So anyway, Vaporwave is a quite different music type when it comes to all other music types. From the dawn of time, when the music was just to lyrics like, so many numbers in my phone book, I could start a phone book. There's never been anything truly like Vaporwave. The way the songs are written are simple yet complex at the same time. Using a computer and a little imagination could work just as well. And also using a massive music setup would also work. Either way, you could do it any way you want it. Using either one would be sufficient to make this type of music. Of course, you can't bang sticks together and call it soul music, but what do you expect? It's electronic music. But the creation of it is something I'm going to get to a little later. For now, I want to talk about the feeling that it gives you. Just listen to this. Did that not make you feel like you could shit your pants and you wouldn't have a care in the world? It's that little feeling that we all like to call nostalgia. This feeling of nostalgia could mean a few things. Maybe the music reminds you of a time you once lived, and a time that you miss and you want to go back to. But the weirdest feeling of this genre of music is something I like to call fake memories. When you go into the comments of a Vaporwave video, or hear someone who listens to it, a good amount of these people usually say, "Oh man, this gives me a memory of something I never had," or something along those lines. Now, of course, some of you are going to say the same thing when you listen to other genre of music, but the point is, that feeling is almost guaranteed when you listen to Vaporwave. It can really give you any memory you don't have, not just a simple one. Hell, it could give you a memory of being on the moon smoking a fat doobie with Bruce Springsteen. He's got the biggest cleft lip you've ever seen. Things like that. That's what it can do to you. Just the weirdest things you feel like you've done and seen, but you haven't. Now, the visuals of this genre are pretty wide out, and there isn't one form of quote-unquote look for this type of music. The typical kind of visuals are the ones that are very overused, in my opinion. Like the sun with the lines through it, or the electronic grid, which falls more in line with the retro-ish type of music, but like I said, they're pretty similar, so f*** you. There is quite a bit of them though. The main trope of this brand is usually putting that 80s-ish static filter over an older picture like a fat TV or a neon hotel sign. It's this, like I said, nostalgic look to the music that really sells the feeling. Of course, there are tons of other ones, like the old statue look and the many pinks and purples that are used in the music. You can really have anything as your look for the genre. Just make sure it looks old, since that seems to be the theme. Now, creating the music is weird. The way it flows doesn't actually have to be perfect. The songs that are made are usually using the notes that not many modern songs use. They use old disco themes and a lot of piano and saxophone noises. A lot of flats and sharps on a piano for you uneducated a lot of older sounds, yet it gets mixed with modern sounds of computers and creates that feeling of nostalgia, new beginnings, old memories, and hair thinnings, preparing to fly or kissing goodbye, enjoying the moment or screwing on components, staring at the sunset or losing bets. It all culminates into this wonderful little thing I like to call Vaporwave. Or a word I haven't used often even though I should, lo-fi. I like to think it stands out pretty well compared to other music. I'd like to thank you all for watching this video. As you can tell, I like to listen to Vaporwave. I don't eat and f it, but I do like to listen to it. And honestly, I'm not lying, it actually does make you feel something strangely special. You should try going for a walk and listening to it and looking at like the sunset or something along those lines. It'll make your genitals shake and your chocolate starfish morph into a badass dragon. Again, thanks for watching. My media accounts are in the description along with my second channel. And y'all have yourselves a good one. I'm gonna go grab some ass in VR.